Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. Have we heard of a band called LOVEBITES?
Is that? I wonder what that sounds like in Japanese.
It's a Japanese band.
Yeah, I know. Wonder how you say "love bites" in Japanese. Someone's got to chime in there.
Someone, put it in the notes. It's a good question. That's a good one. No, I don't know how to do that. Yeah. All right, we'll jump into that. My next guest is Mr. Brue Watson. He's a guitar player. He's been playing with Foreigner since 2011. He's also done gigs. He's played with people like Stewart, Patti Smyth, Elton John, and B.B King. Love B.B King. That's so cool. He's a super good guy. I think you guys will like him. Played him some fresh new music that he's never heard before. Fresh to his ears. Before we jump into it, I want to throw a shout out, a thank you to the people always thinking at me here at Tokyo Treat. You can read more about them at tokyotreat.com. I look forward to their gift box genuinely because they come with different stuff each time. This is their holiday edition here that they just sent me, and I love the stuff. Because they're so cool, they also sent me a second box of Sakura. You guys can research them at sakura.co. And this is different treats, also wonderful stuff from Japan. Thank you guys. I truly look forward to these. I like them very much. I also want to throw out a shout out, a thank you to the people here at Surfside Supply for sending me these kick-ass clothes. I've been enjoying wearing my new threads. I think they look great. Let's jump in this together. Let's see what Brue Watson has to say about your favorite band. So this is LOVEBITES. I thought it'd be fun to end on a band that truly shreds. There's not one guitar, there's two.
Yeah, man.
These are Japanese ladies. I think they're great. I actually went to go see them play this year here in Los Angeles, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. So you can let me know what you think. I chose the song Holy War.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, girl. Wow. Man, I'll tell you what, if I auditioned for that gig, there's some reasons why I wouldn't get the gig. I'm not,
You
I'm
got the
not,
hair. You got the good looking hair.
oh man, yeah, that's amazing. Well, they're good, man. Very, very pro, very pro. They've been
Yeah.
doing it. They've been doing it for a while, I'll bet, because they're good.
Their chemistry, their connection is so strong. They either practice 24/7 or they've been doing it for a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh my,
Both.
yeah, they definitely practice. Wow, that guitar playing is, yeah, that's out of my league, man. I'll tell you that.
A bit of fun.
Yeah.
So you're very good at answering questions here. So I'm gonna ask you one more before we finish up. And so my
Oh,
question to you
oh.
is who's the most interesting person you ever met who doesn't work in the music industry? Who's not a musician? It's not my question. It came from my buddy Rocco Reedy, and Rocco's one of the world's best stage managers. Is U2 stage.
Ah.
So,
Oh, wow. You know, the first thing that pops in my mind, and I don't know how specific I can be, but this happens once in a while. Like I tend to stay out late at night when I'm on the road. I'm not a stranger to closing a bar down. So in any given city, I'd be walking back or coming back on the later side. And I do remember this year there was this guy. And his name was Rami. He went by Rami, and he was a homeless dude, and he was sitting on the corner. And I end up talking to these guys if they're lucid, and sometimes they're just the circumstances in which they become homeless. Sometimes it's a choice. Sometimes it's a complete just downward spiral, and they end up there. But this guy, like this was in Chicago. He was in advertising, and he ended up getting divorced. And from his perspective, his wife took all his stuff, and so he just checked out and said, "I don't want to work anymore. I don't want responsibility. I don't want a house. I don't want a car." And he was just living on the street. He, according to him, his possession, all he had was what he had. He had like a little suitcase and stuff. And
huh.
it was just really wild to see someone, because a lot of people that are in those circumstances, they choose it because they just don't want to, be there, engage in life and have a responsibility. And he was all set up on the street, and he was lucid, but he was choosing to be out on the street, and obviously a really intelligent guy. It seemed to have done a lot of advertising, done really well, but that was just really very interesting. Maybe I was in the right state of mind to receive his message, but yeah, that was this year. Just really a trip. I just sadly, all the people that are not housed that you run into when you're on the road, and if you're out at night, it's very, very deep, how many people are out there for various reasons.
It's
And
eye-opening.
a lot of people that choose to be there because not only is it just drug addiction or like lack of resources, but God, they just don't want to, they just didn't like the responsibility. And so they're out there just winging it. There's a lot of those people. You probably know, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I worked at a law firm when I was 17 years old, and they had a case where this homeless guy got into a bus and something happened. It was in Hawaii. I can't remember, but something happened to this guy. So he comes into the place. I'm 17 years old, and they're going to do a deposition with him. And I'm in there like giving people coffee or checking and whatever I'm
Yeah.
checking. And this homeless guy runs circles around everybody there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, who the hell is this guy? And the lawyers are like, who the hell is this guy?
Right.
He went off his rocker, but he was no joke, dude.
Right.
He was
Right. Right.
having a lot of money in the bank, but he
Yeah.
wasn't all there, and he preferred to live on being homeless in Hawaii.
Right.
And it really gave me perspective as a really young guy of different walks of life, respecting people for what decisions they made, trying to understand where people come from, and really not being able to judge any book by its cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was really a healthy experience for
Yeah.
me. And I remember the guy gave me a wink when he left, and I was kind of like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't see that coming, did they?
No, I'm like, you are a badass. Do you want an
Right.
extra donut for the road?
Right.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting. It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. I really do. We'll have to go to Institution Beer. That's my spot because you like your beers.
Oh, I do like my beer. Let's do that, man.
Institution's great. They're up in the Ventura area. They're just as you go down the great. If anybody knows that the incline as you go into Ventura up there, and it's a great brewery. It's really fun. So we should go.
Oh, I would love that, man. I would love that.
But to the podcast is so of all the bands I played you today, and I can remind you if you don't know the name.
Yeah, you're right.
But what would be the band that you would choose to listen to next? Again, next. What would be the next track?
It was the three girls from Mexico.
The Warning. So it's funny
The
because
Warning.
I'm wrong a lot of the time. I know people are going to say something and then they come out of left field.
Yeah.
But on this one, I thought you would pick The Warning.
It seems pretty obvious. I mean, it's like they were head and shoulders. The song was great. They looked the best and they sounded great. So easy for me.
All right, my friend. Well, I really do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you soon, and we'll give the guys in Elton's band a hard time together.
Please do. Let's go drink some beer, man.
Let's do it. Yeah, now
All right.
we're talking.
All right. Cool, Joel.
Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.